There's a moment in every man's life when he grows tired of the noise, not just the shouting of others, but the endless roar inside his own head. The pressure to prove, the need to perform, the fear of standing still. Every day feels like a race with no finish line, no meaning, just movement for the sake of moving. But there comes a day when the noise becomes unbearable, when you realize that all the running, all the talking, all the chasing has only taken you further from yourself. And that's when you stop it. That's when you finally hear it. The sound beneath the chaos, the sound of stillness. Silence feels uncomfortable at first. It strips you bare. In silence, there's nowhere to hide, no distractions, no excuses. It's just you and the truth. And that truth, it's sharp. It cuts deep. It shows you every weakness you've buried, every promise you've broken, every fear you've been too proud to admit. Most men run from silence because it forces them to face themselves. But the few who stay, the few who endure that quiet and look themselves in the eye, those are the men who rise. Those are the ones who forge strength in solitude. Stillness is not the absence of motion, it's the mastery of it. It's knowing when to act and when not to. It's the control to hold back when your ego demands you move, the patience to wait when the world tells you to rush. The man who learns stillness becomes unshakable because he's no longer driven by impulse. He no longer reacts. He decides. He doesn't chase validation. He creates value. He doesn't raise his voice. He raises his standard. People will misread your calm. They'll mistake your silence for weakness, your composure for coldness. Let them. You're not here to explain yourself. You're here to become something greater, something beyond the need for applause. And remember, lions don't roar to prove they're lions. They roar to remind the world that they're still watching. You don't need noise to prove your power. Real power is quiet, controlled, calculated. And when the world moves fast and loud, you move with intention. When everyone else talks, you listen. When others panic, you breathe. Because silence is not emptiness. It's strength contained. Stillness is not weakness. It's preparation. Every man wants to be unbreakable, but few are willing to endure the process. They want strength without struggle, discipline without discomfort, steel without fire. But you can't forge a blade without heat. You can't become unbreakable without pressure. You will be tested by failure, by fear, by doubt. The world will try to shake you, provoke you, break you. But that's exactly how steel is made. There's through fire, hammer, and time. When the world shouts, react, you stay still. When your emotions scream, quit, you breathe deeper. When everything around you crumbles, you plant your feet and remember, storms don't last forever, but the man who endures them does. Stillness gives you clarity. It shows you what truly matters. When the noise fades, what's left is what's real. Your purpose, your values, your path. The world will always tempt you to rush, to speak without thinking, to act without meaning. But the man who can stand in silence without needing to prove anything, he's already won. Be the man who doesn't need recognition. Be the man who builds quietly, trains relentlessly, and moves deliberately. Let your work speak. Let your presence speak louder, because discipline isn't about punishment. It's about precision. It's knowing what deserves your energy and what doesn't. It's cutting away the distractions, the doubts, the impulses, until all that remains is purpose. And when that purpose hardens into focus, when silence becomes your ally instead of your enemy, that's when you become unbreakable. Understand this, stillness doesn't mean you've stopped fighting. It means you've learned to fight smarter. It means you've stopped wasting your strength on noise that doesn't matter. When you can stay calm while others lose control, when you can move slowly while the world rushes blindly, when you can stand silent while chaos screams around you, then you have truly mastered yourself. That's what it means to be unbreakable. Not that nothing hurts you, but that nothing controls you. Pain will still come, loss will still come, but you will face it with eyes steady, breath controlled, and heart quiet. Because stillness has taught you that pain is temporary, but mastery is forever. Be silent, not because you have nothing to say, but because your silence speaks for you. Be still, not because you've stopped moving, but because every move now carries meaning. Be unbreakable, not because you're unscarred, but because every scar became part of your armor. And when you finally walk through the noise of this world with peace in your chest and discipline in your soul, you'll realize you've become something rare, something powerful, something steel. Discipline, stillness, strength. Become steel. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to Stillness and Steel.